It's Thursday, time to talk about all things municipal and the attempted clearing of the encampment at Dufferin Grove Park. Well, I was surprised that the city even took a stab at this, given the politics that rule there. And it's great that staff managed to get most of the squatters to move voluntarily. But I disagree with using that strategy with the last holdouts. Now, we've been hearing at least one of them making a very articulate case, and I think that those that remain are doing so as a political act. They are activists, and negotiating their demands is giving them too much power. We've already talked many times that there are some people who just don't want to move, even though they are offered something better. And some of them who spend time there don't even live there. So there are only 7 squatters left, and they're holding an entire community hostage. They are preventing the people who live around there and need that green space, and by the way, pay for it, from using it. And so the question is, who has a right to public space, or who has a bigger right to public space? And a special hi to John Burnside in the studio, and perfect timing for that. You have worked in the shelter system. So what's your take on what's going on at Dufferin Grove?
Yeah, so I was manager of the encampment office, so our job was to manage encampments and quite frankly, quite candidly, get people out of encampments and into shelters or housing or whatever the case might be. I think fundamentally we have to ask ourselves a question, and that is, what is society's obligation to individuals, and what are individuals' obligations to society? You know, we see in the article where they say people have accepted housing, almost like they're holding society to ransom, and they're the ones dictating the terms.
Well, they are, it seems.
Well, and that to me is a fundamental problem. The people who are in encampments, I think, are there illegally. If we offer them shelter, that is our obligation. And if they don't want to take shelter, that's their business, but they can't live in a park. And unfortunately, we, as I say, they say, oh, well, they don't want shelter, they want housing. Well, everyone wants housing, but people with jobs and who are paying taxes are living with parents till they're 35 and 40 years old because they can't find housing. So why do people who have, mental illness and drug addictions, and I get that we have to help them as much as we can, but why do they get that level of support when the regular members of society don't? So I think we have to answer that fundamental question. But, unfortunately, I think the mayor has been weak on this file. We see her now starting to do things, but we're a year out from an election. And the cynical side of me says, well, now they're buckling down because they know it will be an election issue.